Amsterdam UMC. What is so great about this team is the multidisciplinary nature of it. So we really learn from each other's discipline and expertise in this area. In our research, we have 4 main topics. The first is listening effort and cognition. We are using the method of pupillometry to quantify listening effort.
So I began my research here looking at social context of listening scenarios. We're just looking at what happens if you add someone else to a basic speech and noise listening paradigm, just to see if having someone present influences listening, and mostly listening effort. So we're looking at the pupil dilation. We started to do it in virtual reality. So we're checking if the pupil dilation response that you'd normally get if you're listening to speech and noise, if that's intact if you use virtual reality, because that hasn't really been tested yet. There hasn't been published work.
We're studying hearing-related stress in both normal hearing people and people with hearing impairment. We're a team of 3, 2 PhD students, and Shores, our research assistant. The goal of our research is to better understand how hearing affects stress systems in people with hearing impairment. So all different types of hearing impairment.
The second theme is innovations and evaluations of ear and hearing care.
I'm focusing my research on the quality of care. We're trying to uniform everything we do and then make it transparent for patients and for the caregivers, how the outcomes are from our surgeries or our interventions. So we developed for example, a questionnaire and see in the prior surgery and post-surgery how their complaints are developing.
At the moment, we're developing and evaluating an app focusing on communication strategies and training and providing information about hearing loss for people who are not yet ready for a hearing aid. The third theme is epidemiology. So we are studying the determinants and consequences of hearing loss, and we have a cohort study running since 2006. So we are following more than 2,000 people for 15 years now.
And the study has been set up to study the psychosocial consequences of having hearing loss. So for instance, we looked at what kind of factors are of influence on the speed of hearing loss. Smoking accelerates the speed of hearing loss. Similarly, we're also looking at associations of hearing loss and loneliness, for instance.
The fourth theme is outcome measures. We're developing outcome measures, including speech recognition tests. One example is the DIN test, the Digit in Noise test, known by many people across the world.
So my research is about making the development process of the digits in noise test automatic. We want to see if we can use synthetic speech instead of human speech for the making of hearing tests. If that would be the case, that would be awesome, because that way we can create hearing tests in multiple languages very fast, and also the results would become more comparable to each other, because the speech material is all created the same way. So that's great.
Hearing loss, of course, is an area that is very multidisciplinary in nature. And it is important to get the perspective of all of these people when we do the research, to gain a better understanding of what hearing impairment exactly is and what the consequences are and what we can do about it.